Obviously, you meet other motorbike riders. They're still on their petrol bike.
Yep.
You come there with the little shiny Harley and the electric. Are you their mate, or they kind of put you in the back corner?
I do get a lot of weird looks from the traditional Harley guys, and they all say, "Where's the sound, mate? Where's the sound?"
I didn't know you go for EV bikes. Oh, Jesus Christ. I think I already broke something. Can I borrow it?
If you can pick it up, you can borrow it.
Oh, jokes, is it now?
But it's your first EV, is it?
No, it's my third electric motorcycle.
Jesus Christ, I'm not up to date. Why did you go EV?
Long story short, about 20-something years ago, a friend of mine let me ride his homemade electric motorbike, and I never stopped thinking about it. 11 years ago this year, I bought my first one.
So what's the diff in, let's say, acceleration? Because I've seen the Tesla videos where the faces get kind of pulled back. I assume this is the same, is it? Between that and, let's say, a normal petrol bike?
So it accelerates from 0 to 100 in 3 seconds, which is about the same as one of the really high-end Teslas, which is very fast. A lot of very, very high-end petrol motorbikes will do about the same acceleration, but of course that's slipping the clutch and making lots of noise, and you know, this, twist the throttle, off you go.
But that's nearly a bit scary, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
And range, how far you go with this baby?
So like all electric vehicles, speed, wind resistance all make a big difference. The very best I get out of this is about 275 Ks, commuting around town, no problem at all. If I'm going up long hills and against headwinds, I'll get about 130 Ks of range out of it.
So that's a big difference really, isn't it?
It's a big difference. And motorbikes are worse because they're not very aerodynamic. But of course on a motorbike, doing 130 Ks of range, that's an hour and a half or 2 hours in the saddle. You're ready for a break then. Hop off, charge it up, have a cup of coffee.
But have you ever been kind of like pushing it about, swearing about it because you ran out? Come on, honest. You've run out for sure.
I have never run out on this one. I'd run out on my previous ones a couple of times, but you learn to adapt. And of course, it's got an amazing computer in the dashboard, and in combination with a GPS, I know exactly how far I can go and when to find a charger.
Talking charger, you're a solar man. How are you charging this baby?
Charge it off home, solar system on the roof. I use a little app to automatically soak up excess solar energy.
So you're basically driving it for free, is it?
Pretty much. 99% of my experience with electric motorcycles is positive. I just absolutely love everything about it. And this one in particular is bristling with technology and automatic safety features and a 6-axis controller, and I can Bluetooth connect to my smart helmet, and everything is just wonderful. The reality is though, they're not touring machines yet, and that's the one slightly frustrating part. You can't fill it up in 3 minutes and keep riding and do 1,000 Ks in a day. Luckily, I don't want to do 1,000 Ks in a day anymore, and I regularly go on rides that are 300, 400, even 500 Ks a day, fast charging in between. Takes a little bit longer, but I'm okay with that.
What's the future going to be like? Is gas powered out and sorry, everybody's got a petrol Harley down the track, it's going to be in the museum? Or what's going to happen? What is your prediction, Nigel? And we're not going to give out his home address.
There is a growing place for electric two-wheelers in the world. In fact, there are millions of them, particularly in Asia, where commuting and just small distances, low speed, electric two-wheelers are already exploding in popularity, massively, massively. I'm more into a performance bike. I do a little bit of touring. And that's a much more challenging segment for motorcycles, particularly because there's just not much real estate for a battery. They will come, they're getting better every year in terms of range, in terms of performance, in terms of sophistication, in terms of handling, everything.
Any difference you would have to drive this in wet weather or anything compared to a petrol bike?
This is the smartest, safest motorcycle I have ever ridden in my life. It has 6-axis control, it has wheel spin control, it has wheelie control, it has everything that you could possibly want. So it behaves smarter and faster than I can. That's the first thing. So brilliant, brilliant technology. Secondly, no gears, no clutch, just twist the throttle. So the throttle control is super progressive and super smooth. And of course, I can dial it up and change the way it behaves. So it is the best bike to ride in the wet. Powerful, but smooth.
There must be a disadvantage with this bike.
There are two disadvantages. Firstly, new technology, a premium brand in my case, so fairly expensive, right up there in the premium price bracket of motorcycles. Not everyone is going to spend the money quite yet. Disadvantage number two, it generates no heat at all. So in winter,
I remember driving, it kind of comes up nicely warm and all that.
That's right.
You kind of feel snugged onto the bike.
None of that, sadly. So you have to invest a little bit more in warm gear to stay warm because you're not getting any heat off the motor. Of course, in summer, huge advantage.
So you actually would give it out of 10.
I'm biased, I admit.
Do you got a contract with Harley? Have you?
This video is sponsored by
Harley-Davidson. No, I do not. I do not. The honest truth is, I got to test ride this when they launched the bike.
Yeah.
I then got a long-term demo and had it for a few weeks. And at the end of that, I had to buy it. I could not give this bike back. And so I hassled Harley until I got a bit of a discount. For me, absolutely the best motorcycle I've ever owned.
What about the back?
It's okay, it's a small seat. It's not designed for lots of stuff and people and long distance, but it's perfectly adequate. My boys love it.
Anything when it comes to the e-bike and the e-bike community, because that's starting too. How they're coming along?
It's alive and kicking in Australia. There are 6,561 two-wheeled electric vehicles in Australia.
They're mainly scooters, I'd say.
Mainly scooters, I was just going to say. So there's only about 100, maybe 150 premium high-performance electric bike owners in Australia. Really wonderful bunch of people. We're all early adopters of the technology. We're all helping each other. So terrific little community. Small gang, but a good gang. We're actually joking. There is a very big Harley-Davidson rally happening later this year over in South Australia, and me and a buddy who's also got one of these, we're probably going to go, and we'll get a mixed reaction. But I think even Harley owners understand when they ride, whenever anyone rides this, they understand why they're cool.
But it doesn't give you the vibration.
No vibration, no heat, no noise, no clutch, hardly any maintenance. There are a lot of upsides.
But no vibrations.
No vibrations. Actually, it does have a vibration. They engineered a vibration into the bike. So like your phone, it's got a little, well, they call it the haptic pulse. So it's got a heartbeat.
The happy pulse?
Haptic. Haptic pulse.
I thought the happy
So through the seat of your pants, Marcus, you do feel a little pulse. It's very nice.
Well, there you go. If you're after a motorbike, maybe in the future, it's going to be EV.
Want more energy answered? Visit YourEnergyAnswers.com for quality energy products, tools and calculators, and find your quality local installers. Please support the channel by liking the video, hit that subscribe button, and ring the bell, and check out all our other videos. You're still here? I'll see you next time. Bye.